Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and those beyond the binary. I'm Hello Simon, and this is Caveopolis. Let's get started, shall we? So now that we've unlocked basalt, I came down and mined up our basalt and to our magma. And right under this is lava, which we can't go through until we get a suit. But to get that suit, we have to do a bunch of things first. So let's get to that. So to start, we'll need our unpacking die. And then we'll need a bunch of magma. And this will give us our magma cream, which we can then put through our eroder. And with that, we get slime. So there's our slime. And then, so we can use a multi-servo press to turn our slime balls into latex. So we can put the slime in, and we'll get latex. So we need an ore extractor to get that out. And there we go, our rubber. This needs power to get the stuff, so I have a power cable right behind, taking from our water generator. So it will make us latex. That latex will build up until it makes rubber. And then we can smelt the rubber to make our cured rubber, which will allow us to make our protective fabric. And there we go, our first bit of cured rubber. So with string, we're able to turn that into fabric. And I just have some wool going through here. So once all these are done, we'll have string as well. So, and here's our protective fabric. And then roots. Our pants. Our jacket. And our helmet. And now we'll have fire resistance. And we can go through lava. So I've dug down until deep slate, which we can't dig yet when we get that message again. But we dug through all of the nether brick, soul soil, and soul sand. So for the next step, we need nether bricks, which we can get through the press. And then these we can take to the eroder, and we'll get blaze powder from that. And from the blaze powder, we can get our blaze rods. So there's our blaze powder. And with our blaze powder, we can make our blaze rods. And then here we go. And last we just need a machine frame. And we'll need a tin gear. Okay, and then our machine frame. And that's that done. So now we can get into the soul forge. And then we have our blast chiller. And with the blast chiller we get our ice. So now we just need to get our steel, which means we'll need the pyrolyzer. So with the blast chiller, if you hook up water to them, you make ice. But if you hook up lava to them, you can get obsidian. So now we can make the pyrolyzer. So with the pyrolyzer we can put in our bitumen and we'll get coke and heavy oil. And then here we have the compression dynamo, which we can use with our pyrolyzer. We need the fractioning still. And we can also get our tar. So there's our fractioning still. And now we're getting our refined fuel, which we can then take out. And there we go. And then we need to take out the coke and the tar. And then we have the arbol extractor. And then we can get our fractioning still. Okay, so off camera I put up our arbol extractors. I have a little forest up here. And then it's all running down into a fractioning still where we're getting our rosin. And then that is making us our tree oil, which goes into here. With biofuel, it makes crude oil, and that biofuel is coming from here with our rotor. And then the crude oil is coming all the way over here to a fractioning still, which is turning it into heavy oil and light oil, which is being refined into refined fuel, both. And this makes sulfur, and then this one makes tar, and one makes coke. And then for the quests where we have to get the refined bucket and the crude bucket, I needed to use a fluid encapsulator. So I just hooked that up to each of these to get it out, because it's not used afterwards and you can't put it back in, which is annoying that you just need it for the quest, but it is. And then we keep getting things spawning back here, which I thought you could only spawn it on moss, but well, I guess that they're spawning on the grass. So next we need our induction smelter so that we can get our steel, and then our ore extractor. And then I also put through some obsidian through our eroder here. So we've got our obsidian shard. And all the power, I have it connected. So every bit of power that we're making goes into the same grid. The grid's here too, connected here. So that's powering all the machines. And we're also putting power into the grid by the machines. And so we have our induction smelter. And now we can make our steel with iron and coke. And there we go, our first steel. And then we have the ore extractor. And there we go. So lastly, we just have the ender tank and the ender chest. But I don't have any ender pearls right now, so I'm not going to do that. So on the next episode, we'll get into the soul forge. But for now, that's everything for this episode. Happy building all.